So for this lecture, we're looking at bond returns, and it's going to serve as an introduction to measuring bond yields. There are two basic sources of bond returns. And excuse my handwriting there. Bond returns. And that is the coupons and that serves as our current income, and then price changes, which result in a capital gain or loss. So to look at these two different returns, let's look at a particular illustration where we have a coupon rate, a bond that has a coupon rate of 12%. And for simplicity, we're going to be looking at this bond paying annual coupons. Par value equals $1,000. The term to maturity, 7 years. And the rate, 10%. We can calculate the price of this particular bond. We're not going to do it here. That's not the purpose of this particular lecture. But we can plug that information into our valuation formula, and that will result in an initial price, a current price of $1,097.37. So let's draw out what's going to be happening with our values on this particular bond investment on a timeline. We're not writing out or drawing out our cash flows for the bond, but we're simply recording what cash flows are occurring. For instance, at time period 0, we have $1,097.37 going out. That's a cash outflow that we're going to incur for investing in this particular bond. And let's assume that in 1 year, we're trying to demonstrate the idea of our returns from a bond given the coupon and price changes. Oh, and I forgot to put price changes up here. Price changes, which are which is going to result in a capital gain or loss. Let's say that our return, our return here is 10%. That's what we're using to discount all the cash flows of the bond over the 7 years to get our price of $1,097.37. But let's say that at year 1, at this particular time period 1 year later, the rate changes to 8%. And so now 1 year later, that constant rate of 8% will be used to discount the cash flows of the bond to find the price of the bond at time period 1. What will the price of the bond be at time period 1? Well, we still have a $120 coupon. Our par value is still $1,000. Our rates changed to 8%. What's our term now? Term is 6 years, so we're discounting back 6 years at 8%. And that will give us a price of $1,184.92. $1,184.92. So this is what actually occurred. We're not looking at our promise payments here on this timeline, but we pay $1,097.37 1 year later, the rate changes to 8%, so the price of the bond changes to $1,184.92. What else are we going to receive 1 year later? The coupon of $120. Right. So that gives us a total value there of $1,304.92. So we invested $1,097, and 1 year later we received $1,305 thereabouts. Now what's our return? Well, the difference there between the $1,097 and our $1,305, that's our holding period return. But look, what our return is comprised of, and that is the capital gain here. In other words, the price of the bond went from $1,097 to $1,185 thereabouts, close to $1,185, and then we also received a coupon of $120. So our return from the coupon, or the yield that we received from the coupon, will be the 120 divided by the 1,097.37. So how much do we make from the coupon? $120. From a $1,097 investment, that gives us a 3.94% return. Return from the coupon, I'm going to put a C there, return for the coupon. And then we have a return for capital gain. What's that? Well, that's the $1,184.92 minus the $1,097.37. That's our ending value minus our beginning value, divided by our beginning value. And that's going to give us a percentage return of 7.98%. So our holding period return for the year is 18.91%. 10.94% is from the coupon, and 7.98% is from our capital gain. Let me try to find the zoom here. Oh, already at 75%. No wonder it's so small. Now let's look at our returns going to the second year. Suppose by the time we get to year 2 now, I'm running out of colors. Let's say we go to year 2, and then at year 2 the rates change to 9%. And so at year 2, investors are discounting all the bond's cash flows at a rate of 9%. So we need the price of the bond here at year 2, given the $120 coupon, the $1,000 par, the rate of 9%, and what's our term to maturity here? Be 5. So using N of 5 and a rate of 9%, and the rest of the information there, the price of the bond will be $1,116.69. It'd be hard to see that green, but there it is, 1,116.69. And then what else are we going to be receiving at the end of year 2? $120 coupon. So the total will be $1,236.69. Now, in order to figure out the return that we made over this second year, we have to figure out what we invested to get this particular $1236.69. What did we invest to get the $1236.69? What's that? Well, we invested that at 0, but what did we invest at time period 1?
It's 1184.
The 1184.92. Now we can reinvest this $120 here, but the $120 is a result of the bond. But now that we have the $120 coupon, it's no longer any returns we get from the $120 is not coming from the bond investment. It's coming from whatever investment we put the $120 into. We could buy stock with the $120 there. But that's something to consider. What return are we going to be making on the $120? We won't deal with that now. We just want to look at the return coming from the bond. But that's a particular issue that's important in looking at a yield measure, yield to maturity. Okay? We need to remember that we have that $120 there that we can be reinvesting and making a particular return. But once we do that, the $120 is not a bond investment, it's whatever type of investment we actually do make. So what did we make? Well, in other words, how was it that we were able to get this 1236.69? We had to not sell the bond at 1184 and keep it. Or somebody could have bought the bond year 1 at 1184.92 and got the 1236.69, you see. So for the year, the return for the coupon is the $120 over the 1184.92, and that's 10.13%. And then we have a capital gain or loss. That's the return from the capital. And notice here, I put CG here for capital gain, but looks like we have a capital loss. The price actually went down. And we can compute that loss as 1116.69 minus 1184.92. That's our dollar loss divided by our initial investment of 1184.92. That would give us our percentage capital loss, and that is a negative 5.76%. Negative 5.76%. So in summary, this small lecture here is just demonstrating how to calculate returns on a bond arising from the two sources of the coupon and the price. And one thing we need to keep an eyeball on though here is this $120 coupon that we can use to reinvest, and so our return here will be bigger. And again, that's going to rear its head during the yield to maturity lecture.